Hey guys, it's Danny. So I kind of just finished some videos for the orchid channel and the aquarium channel, but since I'm already well made and seasoned, let's just take a little tour of the garden, see how it is now. I know I've been making tours like recently, but you have to see the roses because I planted a few more roses and I have a few more roses coming. I will do some unboxings and yeah, just show you how the garden is at the moment. Lots of awful stuff. However, the roses are okay. The roses are actually very resilient when it comes to like freezing and stuff. So yeah, I have a few more roses. I'm gonna show you how the ones that we recently planted like a few weeks ago, how they're doing. And let's just go. I'm gonna show you the state of the garden as it is now. It still looks okay. I'm just gutted about the plumerias because I had to like really chop a lot. And I place my plumerias in places where they can actually shade a little bit the roses in the summertime. Now in the winter, they're usually leafless, so it's good. We have sun for the roses, but in summer, it'd be nice to shade them a little. Well, my dream has been shattered because I had to chop the plumerias and hopefully they will still shade what they're supposed to shade. Let's go in the garden. Enough of the intro. You've seen enough of me. I'm going to show myself very infrequently on this channel because I don't feel like putting on makeup for gardening. But okay, yeah, I'll see you in the garden. All right, here we are. So let me tell you a bit of a backstory before we start the tour. About a couple of weeks ago, we had a night with freezing temperatures. My house sensor showed -5 degrees. Now, this doesn't happen in my area. It didn't happen in the past 40 years. It was just a freak cold wave. That being said, it wiped out some of my plants and it also damaged my plumerias, which I'm very, very sad for. You will see, I'll show you the extent of the damage. So keep that in mind. Some of my plants don't exist anymore because of that cold wave. Fast forward 2 weeks into the future to the present day, we have a heat wave now. And yesterday we had 34 degrees Celsius or a little more in my area, which again is uncommon for this time of the year. So the temperature swings were wild this year. And you know, that affected again some of my plants. I'm happy to say though that the roses did not bat an eyelash in this whole ordeal, and I'm so happy about it. But I will tell you, you know, where you see some damage, it's because of that. Other than that though, things are going pretty great. So let's start with this side of the garden. This strip was the original rose strip, and I extended my entire garden to the rose strip because I love roses so much. So lately I have been planting companion plants such as lavender and also salvia. It's just the season for them. They just started to appear in flower shops, so there will be more here. But yeah, there we go. These ones actually took like the cold wave and the heat wave pretty well. Some of my lavenders that I just planted like right before that night, they were wiped off completely, so they don't exist anymore. But these ones I planted like a month ago or something, and they're absolutely fine. With the heat wave as well, they're absolutely fine. This is a plumeria that I got last year. It was not affected by the cold because this place is a little bit shelter. In the front yard, I had the most damage, but I had a lot of damage here as well. Luckily though, she was not affected, so I'm very happy. Now, here is my most prolific, I would say, although now more roses are starting to pick up growth, but this is my most prolific rose that I ordered and planted bare root in February, so about a month and a week ago or something like that. This is the Juliet Child, aka absolutely fabulous. And guess what? We also have buds. You will see many of my roses have tiny little buds, and I'm so surprised because they're just so tiny, but they are so vigorous. Look how luscious she is. Absolutely fantastic. I love her. Now you'll notice that I also have some potted roses here. I bought these locally and I potted them because I really don't know if I want them in the ground. Some of them I don't. You will see I'm not very happy with some of them. But these I bought locally because they just looked cute and I don't know if I want to keep them or what I'm gonna do, so I just potted them. I think this one I like though. This is Erophili, yeah. And it's supposed to be one of those double-toned roses, and it just started to open his flowers. It's supposed to be fragrant. I don't detect much yet, but I'm gonna give him time. This one is just absolutely gorgeous. I just bought this one and I'm in love with it. This one is staying. This is Tivoli. It's not supposed to be scented, but I promise you it has a scent, for me at least, for my nose. We all detect scent differently. This guy is absolutely ginormous and he smells so nice. It's a light to moderate smell to me. It smells like a hybrid tea, but I love him. This stays. This is one of my favorites, I will say. Very encouraged by how he's blooming and handling like the swings and everything. Anyway, here I have another rose that I planted him again a month ago. This is Septordile. I don't know if I see buds yet, but he's vigorous. He's growing. You'll see some of the roses, very few. They didn't really take off. So I don't know if they will stay in the ground or I'll pull them out and put them in pots so I shelter them, because they're just not gonna make the summer if they're not taking off now. It's done. They're done. But most of them are absolutely fantastic. This is Chippendale. I don't know if you know this one. It's from a different order. I placed 2 orders so far, and yesterday or 2 days ago I planted a 3rd order from Cordis. But these are the Town Centrum Lotum roses. Already buds. Like, I planted this guy, not even joking you, 3 weeks ago. And look at him. He took off. Amazing. He actually has a lot more buds now that I look at it. Oh, wow. I'm so happy with him. He took off 3 weeks ago. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Here is my second Plumeria that I got last year. This is the beautiful, like, pinwheel purple one. And she was not so affected by the cold, but now, because she didn't leaf out yet and we had the heat wave, I think I see a little bit of sunburn, but not so much. She's still okay. Here I have another potted rose. This is another hybrid tea that I purchased locally. This one is supposed to be perfumed cloud. Do not confuse it with fragrant cloud. It's something else. And I don't like this guy at all. He's not as beautiful and colored as the tag shows. I am not a fan of the... I'm sorry, like, the sun is in and out of the clouds. So I'm trying to fight with the exposure, but yeah, sorry if it's a little wonky. I don't like this guy quite at all. No fragrance for me, or there is something, but very mild. Like, certainly this guy has more, and this guy, oh my gosh, look at him. He's more to my liking. This guy I really don't like. I don't know, I think I'm gonna give him away. Okay, let's move on. By the way, these on the back, they're gladioli, and I planted them a few months ago. They will probably not stay here because it's a little crowded, but I wanted to see their blooms. Oh, I also didn't show you. These are my pelargoniums, the ones from last year. Look at them. They're gorgeous. Pelargoniums do so well here in my area, and I would like more of them. Okay, here is a rose that did not take off. I planted this guy in my first order in not January, February. This is Bosco Bell, and just now I think I'm seeing some green buds shooting, but this guy took his time. He's one of the few roses that did not take off, but I think he's okay now. I'm leaving him here. I think it's gonna take off. This one, I don't know. I think she's gonna get moved because she does not look so good. The canes don't look good. This is Princess Charlene de Monaco, and it breaks my heart because I really wanted this one. Planted her in February, a month and something ago. She's not taking off. So if she's not getting leafy properly now, in June she will get seriously burned. So I'd rather put her in the pot and baby her. This one is Molyneux, and this is from my second order. He's doing well. He just started to leaf out. He's picking up growth, so I'm happy with that. Here in the back we have La Rosa Blue. I purchased her locally. No blooms yet. She had some buds that fell. She has new buds here. I don't know if I like her yet. Another beautiful pelargonium. A white rose that I bought, and he's not. I don't know. Another beautiful pelargonium that I bought recently, and another one from last year. And here's my first very sick Plumeria. I already cut so much off of her, and you can see the damage again is just persisting. I need to cut even more, and that's the story with the Plumerias. I cut and cut and cut and cut some more. I don't know, maybe I should just cut from the trunk. I don't know, but look, this is all frost damage. It doesn't happen here. The plumerias grow beautifully here. It's just my luck to have not so established plumerias, right? I put them all last year, and this is what happened. Anyway, let's move on because I'm really so sad about the plumerias. Here I have a rose from my second order. This is Madame Anisette, and she's just started to take off, and I'm so happy because I love this rose. I really wanted to have this rose. This is Rose de Recht. Bought him locally. And he's okay. He didn't really like the heat wave much, but you know, that's the problem with roses that you buy leafed out from the nursery and then you introduce them to your garden. They don't have leaves that are adapted to your conditions. Happens with everything. This is a rose that I just planted like 2 days ago. This is Fruity Parfuma from Cordes, which guess what? They do ship to Cyprus, and I'm so happy about it. I got almost the entire Parfuma collection and I'm so happy about it. Oh, here I actually planted some daffodils and some hyacinths. One of my viewers told me hyacinths actually come back. These ones, I know they can come back. My mother-in-law has them in her garden here, and this year they bloomed beautifully, rebloomed for her. So I put a few. See whoever wants to come back. I love daffodils and tulips. Oh my gosh, tulips, I don't know if they will come back, but hyacinths and daffodils maybe. Here is a plumeria that I just purchased because she's not frost damaged and I want some shade in this area. And my plumerias, I don't know if they're gonna survive. Here we have Jacques Cousteau.
I'm sorry, but I think Jacques Cousteau is dead.
The name of the rose is Jacques Cartier, but I always call it Jacques Cousteau. I don't know why. Probably he's gonna be Jacques Cousteau from now on, you guys. It's another rose that I purchased locally, and he's actually handling the heat much better than Rose de Recht, and the flowers last longer. But again, he's not adapted to my conditions yet. It's okay. Here's another rose that I got from Cordes, planted 2 days ago in a pot because I'm not sure where I want to put him. And he's a good rose for pots. This is Meteor. Oh my gosh, the beautifulness of this rose. I hope he will do well. The roses spent 2 weeks on transport, so you can see they grew in the box, and that's why they have white growth. But it's okay, they're gonna be okay. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot. This is Princess Alexandra of Kent. She's doing well here, leafed out beautifully. One of my old plumerias that doesn't have as much damage, but I can see I still need to cut more here, sadly. Well, this is Lady of Shalott. I just planted her, kinda. I'm gonna give her time. We'll see if she does well. This is Amour de Molène, just started to leaf out. You know, this one from my first order. This one is Queen of Sweden from my first order. She's leafing out very, very well. There's another plumeria that I just purchased because I want shade in this area. And this one is Lady Perfume. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pull her out, put her in a pot because I don't like how she's developing. She's taking her time. And this is a full sun spot. Lady Anisette again. And this is the entire strip. All of these roses get full sun. And as you could see, their foliage is just wonderful. They did not bat an eyelash. Now let me show you the trees. This is my lemon tree. He is full of buds right now and growing, looking beautiful, and I hope he's gonna shade that area and this area actually a little more. This is my orange tree. He smells so good right now, full of flowers. Look at that. I love him. But the star, wait, I have some more roses here. Goodness. So here is another rose from my second order. This is Coco Loco, and I planted him again 3 weeks ago. Look at him, fully leafed out. I don't know if I see buds. Oh, I see a bug. Oh, it's not. Oh goodness, I thought it was an aphid. I'll tell you how I deal with the aphids in a second. But look at him, beautiful. Bathsheba, you sold me pot this one in my first order. He's doing well, or she. I call roses and all plants him or she based on grammar only. My language is Romanian. It's a Latin language, and we have genders for nouns because I don't know why. It doesn't mean anything, but just to let you know, sometimes my plants are he or she based on how it sounds good to me, and that's all there is to it. This is Colette. Oh, we have little mushrooms. It's okay. It's from the compost I use. She's leafing out now as well. The star of the show. I have to. This is my pomelo tree. Look at her. I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I love this guy. So not only did I enjoy the fruits so much over the winter, I love pomelo. And when I tell you this is the best pomelo I ever ate, it's a white pomelo. Fantastic, absolutely delicious taste, very refreshing but not bitter at all, very nice. Here's the story with this guy. Do you see the beautiful foliage it's producing now? Well, about 2 weeks ago, the foliage was kind of chlorotic, actually. So I wasn't expecting it with the citrus trees, but it happens sometimes with them as well. Although they grow like they're the island's number 2, let's say, tree of choice. Number 1 would be olives, right? I live in Cyprus, if you didn't know. But citrus trees, everybody has them. They're on the streets. They do great here. But sometimes they can actually get a little chlorotic. And that's because the water here has a very high pH. I am guessing the soil as well. Especially in my area, it's a little sandy. So I'm guessing it's a little high in pH. So I got him some chelated iron. I got it from a local manufacturer that also does the compost and my organic fertilizer that I use. I really like that brand. I see someone. Look at her. Hi, baby. Yeah, so the iron they do here is chelated by EDDHA method. What that means is that the iron is available in pHs up to 14. EDTA is absorbed by plants at a pH of 6.5, up to 6.5 or something like that. EDDHA, though, that's the one you want if you have high pH soil or high pH water or situations. And that's what I did. I hit him with some, all of them actually, with some iron. And when I tell you, within a matter of days, he started to put on the most luscious, beautiful green foliage. That iron absolutely solved the problem. And now he's bushy and luscious and green, and he's my favorite tree. Although I'm not supposed to have favorites, but he's my favorite, right? So let's go to the front now. Righty, so here's my jatropha tree. She started to leaf out a little bit. The jatropha was not bothered by any swing of temperature or anything. She even held on to the buds. I love this tree. I might put more in my garden. We'll see. Right, so here's a rose that I don't know if you know. It's from my second order. This is Olivia Rose Austin. She started to leaf out. She looks absolutely fantastic for being in the ground for 3 weeks, so I'm good with that. However, Easy Does It does not look so good. Planted at the same time. One of you actually suggested this rose for a hotter climate. He's not doing so well yet. We're gonna see. I hope he does well. This is a position that gets quite a lot of sun, so if he doesn't leaf out soon, I don't know. I'm a little afraid, so I might put him in a pot. This is a magnolia, my white magnolia. And as you can see again, the temperatures did not bother her one bit, so I'm very happy with it. I love magnolias. They're my favorite flowering tree. If I had a bigger garden, it would be full of magnolias. I only have 2 that are supposed to be the tinier ones. This is Magnolia Solangiana, by the way. Supposed to be tinier than others. We'll see. She's a little fragrant, so I really like her. This is the type of lavender that got wiped out by the freeze. I still have a few, but a few on the other side, which is more exposed, did not make it. They were completely, so they didn't make it. Here's a rose from my first order. This is the Lady Gardener. Oh my gosh, I love this rose. She has buds. Yes, of course she does. Look at the beautiful foliage. Now, you might look at the roses and you will say, don't you have pests? I do, or I used to. I had so many aphids like a few weeks ago because it was the season, but now other types of insects are out as well, so they balance out. They hunt the aphids, and the way that I dealt with the aphids up until now, I kind of just slapped them off the rose like that, and they became food for my wolf spiders, which I have quite a few. They're hiding. They're very cute, very big and scary, but they're very tame and very cute, and they at some point I was working the soil and one got on my hand and he did not know how to jump faster. They're not biting, they're very nice spiders. So yeah, the aphids were wolf spider food pretty much because I just continuously slapped them off when I was having my coffee. Whenever I water, I also water from above, so that gets rid of dust and insects and so on. And before you say, oh no, black spot, we don't have that in my area, which is amazing. Powdery mildew, black spot, not a thing in my area. We're way too warm, way too dry, way too breezy for that, which is kind of great, to be honest. Very hot as well, so that's going to be an issue, but we'll see. This one, look how beautiful, look at it. Oh my gosh. This is Alexandra David Neal. Of course, we have buds for my first order. Absolutely amazing. Eden Rose, looking gorgeous. I don't see buds, but he's a climber, so might have to wait a little more. This one is from my second order. Oh my god, he's like full throttle right now. This is Roald Dahl. 3 weeks ago I planted him. He has buds already. My goodness. He gets a lot of sun and I think he likes it. Here I have a rose I planted like 2 days ago. This is Summer Romance from Cordis. By the way, these roses have a million names, so you might know it as a different, like something with Parfuma. I'll put the names on the screen. But yeah, the new growths, you know, they get a little scorched because they grew in a box in the dark, but I think he will pull through pretty much with new growth very soon. This is Spicy Perfuma. And again, same story. The new growth, I don't think it's gonna make it because they're not adjusted to the sun. But he looks good. This is a rose I got in my second order. This is the Poet's Wife. Looking good, just getting leafed out, enjoying the sun. And this is one of my Plumerias. This is my oldest Plumeria, the purple one that I have for 8 years in a pot waiting to be planted in my future garden. I plant her and there she is. Freeze damage. I cut and cut and cut and the damage comes back and goes lower and lower. I don't know, I'm gonna cut all the way down. I'm gonna cut into the trunk because there's no other way. One of my surviving hibiscus. The freeze wiped them out. And that is that. And this is another one of the roses that I got locally, bare rooted. This is Rumba, planted in January, and this is all I have to show for. Awful quality roses, awful quality, but what to do? Here's my second Eden, beautiful. Here is a rose that I planted 3 weeks ago. This is the Ancient Mariner, looking fantastic. And another rose I planted 3 weeks ago. This is Pomelo, just starting to leaf out. Very beautiful. Let's do this first. This is the first rose that I noticed was flowering. This is Blue Girl. Look at that foliage, beautiful. And of course, we have a little bud. I love her. Cannot wait to see her flowers. This is Rose Courage, and I got him like 3 weeks ago, so he's taking a little bit of time, but he's leafing out. My beautiful, what is the name rather? Osteospermum. Look at it. It's beautiful. This is Emilien Guillot. I think he needs some iron, a little bit. Planted him in February. And this is Faustinia. Again, planted her in February. She's looking gorgeous. Battered in sun. This is a harsh area. Does not bat an eyelash. This one I think he needs a little bit more iron. It's a spot here. I'll tell you a story. So, I mean, you know the story. When they did the garden, the first gardeners, remember we had the rocks and everything? I told them not to put sand in this area, in the front garden, because I want to work it, I want to do something else. And they didn't put it in the other, let's say, section, but they put sand here. So I had to remove it because it was like, it was too sandy. It's not sand, actually, it's gravel. Do I have one to show you? It's a gray gravel. It looks like cement. It's not cement. But anyway, I removed it because it was just getting too hard. It was draining too much, not retaining water. And I'm guessing it had a very high pH as well. And I tried my best to remove all of it. I didn't remove all of it. I kind of just worked it in the ground. This area is a little complicated. So I might have some chlorosis here and there, but it's okay. It's fine. So that's why I think this guy has some issues. There might be like a pocket of sand here. I need to work with, you know, organics and everything. By the way, I am a no spray type of person, using all organic stuff here, which is kind of weird because with the orchid channel, I'm all for not organic, but there is a time and a place for everything, you guys. And my garden is the place for organic, fully organic. So anyway, this is Double Delight. Again, I got him locally. He was raised in shady-ish conditions. He got in the sun, he scorched. It is what it is. It happens. It's okay. It doesn't mean the rose itself cannot handle the sun. It's just grown in a place that is not the same as mine. All right, this is Eustacia Vi. We're almost done, you guys. Eustacia Vi looks absolutely fantastic. Planted 3 weeks ago. Mr. Lincoln, he's not doing well. This is the only rose that I think is dying. And I think you can see the canes are slowly dying back. And he did that from the beginning. Like a couple of days after I planted him, I had to cut completely a cane because it was going bad. Now these guys are going bad. It had new growth here, but it's dying because the cane is going bad. I might pull him out, cut everything that is not good. This growth will die as well because the cane is going bad. Not doing well. So this is the only rose that is actually not doing well out of all of them. Like really not doing well, but it's okay. Last rose that I'm going to show you here. You'll not believe who this is. This is Earth Angel. Planted him 2 days ago again. And yeah, the new growth that grew in the box, not looking so good, but he's looking okay overall. He will get shaded by this other magnolia that I have here, which came without a tag. Yes, I know my paint is chipping. They did an awful job. Like, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna paint my stuff myself. Because some people just don't care. Anyway, so I believe it's a Magnolia Genie. She looks wonderful. So my rose here will be shaded by my magnolia and also by this, oops, I almost killed a rose, by this pomelo. I got him recently. This is my red pomelo. And you can see he's not as green as the previous one I showed you. It's also the soil here, but I just put iron on this guy and probably he's gonna be okay. He got hit by the freeze as well, and some of the growths died, but he's putting on brand new growth, so I'm not worried at all about him. And you might also remember this distinguished lady. She's the one that I showed you mated, and now she's pregnant, as you can see, and she will lay an ootheca soon. Speaking of which, I have another ooth here, laid about a month ago, and I'm eagerly waiting for the babies. It's not the same mom. The mom that laid this, she died, and that was a little sad, but you know, they don't live too long. I've had her ever since last summer here in my garden, and I think she lived a good life because I fed her whenever I was seeing a grasshopper or something. I would give it to her, and she enjoyed all of the food that I provided, besides the one she caught herself as well. Alrighty guys, I'm really hot right now. So this is the last day of heat right now, and then things will return to normal, but it's kind of cloudy today. So yeah, I kind of shaded a little bit some of the sticks that I got, but today I don't think it's necessary. It's gonna be 29 degrees Celsius today. It's not that bad, but it's still way too warm for me to be in the sun. Oh look! I got lots of activity on my flowers by the bees and the butterflies. Look at that. They absolutely enjoy the citrus trees blooms. So yeah, that is about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for rose blooms very soon. I was not expecting these roses to bloom so soon. Absolutely did not expect them to just handle all of the swing of temperature so well, but like they're the plant that currently is doing the best in my garden, and I'm thrilled about it, honestly. You know, plumerias, I'm gutted, but I can replace them. Roses, not so much, because I need to order them. I need to get them bare rooted. I need to, because that's the only way they ship. It's complicated. All of these roses that I have in the ground, I don't find them locally. They're not expensive or anything. They're just hard to obtain, and that's sad. So seeing them thrive, you know, makes me very happy. Right, I think we should end now because I blabbed for an hour. So it's time to go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.